What do y'all think people should do to know what are the type of friends for me?
I want a friend that's gonna make me laugh. Because we shouldn't always be talking about what's going on Instagram and TikTok. Like, can I talk about goals with this friend? I like to dress fly. Can I talk about being fly with my friend? You know what I'm saying?
I tell you good news. How do you react? Do you act weird or do you act a little funny? I like knowing that I can feel comfortable around my friends and also knowing that we equally care about how each other is doing.
I'm like a very overprotective person, so it's like loyalty is the biggest thing. Like, don't do nothing spiteful, don't do nothing sneaky. Be the same person that you are through and through when I met you.
Did we start?
Yeah, we started.
Okay, can we introduce ourselves?
We don't have time for that. We gotta get straight into the episode.
I can't see the timer.
I started the timer.
Yeah, but I can't see it.
Well,
what you need to see the timer?
You don't need to see. We can just let you know.
I'm gonna be like, when it reaches 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo. Hey, yo, that's hilarious. Keep that in there. But what's good, y'all? This is Growing Painz podcast where we talk about business and the life of a young adult. I'm Tre'Vion.
And I'm Yanni.
And I'm Jay. Where's my camera? Oh, okay. I was looking.
Lock in, twin. Lock in, twin.
I'm Jada.
Jada not locked in.
I am locked in.
Jada locked in for sure.
Exactly. You not locked in.
This is what I was talking about with Jariah, the double teaming. Like,
we do not be double teaming.
No, because one of y'all be on my side, and then when one of y'all say something different, then y'all want to agree with each other. Y'all do that all the time.
No, we don't.
Every time.
Never.
Ever.
Y'all literally doing it right now. Anyways, we just gonna hop right into the episode. So, these are my friends. And
what? Oh, amen.
Why are you acting confused? Like, we ain't discussed this before. Now you not locked in.
Okay.
So yeah, these are my friends. And
friends.
How many of us
have them?
That's an old school song. We should sing. What about your friends? Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? Hell.
Or F is for friends that do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anytime and anytime out here in the deep blue sea.
What? Yeah. Bow.
Yo, that's that B-more coming up.
Or
I'm not from B-more.
My best friend she finna. Oh.
Why you off beat? You talking?
I know you're not talking about somebody being off beat.
I am.
I know you're not talking.
Anyways,
we're talking about friendships. Now we talk about friendship a lot.
Wait, can we?
Because y'all need to go and get some friends.
Can we acknowledge the fact we're in a new room where it don't matter?
I was thinking we should acknowledge it too. Yeah. Y'all about to see a lot of changes over the next.
That's why we should have did the
two,
other episode first.
Well, we're already talking about friends, so.
Cause y'all wanna let's acknowledge the,
Well, the next episode, or I don't know
whichever drop first. Yeah. That's what you'll see.
We're gonna do an episode talking about all of this
new room because we know you guys have questions.
Questiones. So what is the topic about the topic we're talking about right now? Friends. Because you keep thinking it over here, over there.
Okay, so I guess, I'll say we all wanted to talk about friendship for different. Well, I don't know if we wanted to talk about friendship for different reasons, but we could say why we wanted to talk about it. Okay, so
ladies first.
Nah, you could go first. You always say ladies first.
Just go.
Okay, so anyways, I have been.
Like, why do women have to be so difficult? Like, you ask them what do they want to...
Not the womanism.
You ask them what do they want to order.
You don't want to add weave to your head.
What? Not you bringing stuff that was behind the scenes onto the podcast. Cut that out.
Jada. Yeah. Tre'Vion is so scared to add some weed in his head.
All right.
Does he now? If he do it, he can't even do it.
Now I can't even do it if I wanted to.
You can.
No, I can't because
if you did it, it would show you not scared.
I don't even want to do it, even if I was intending to.
Why?
Because now they're gonna be like, bro, you got weave in your head. You can't.
They wouldn't even tell.
Yes, they can.
It's not like you about to get it 30 inches down to the back of your whatever.
So basically, the overall point of why she brought that up is because I want to get some cornrows, but I want to try it in a new style. And Jada had made a joke that my braids will only touch like the bottom of my neck. Or the top of my neck, right? Yeah, the top of my neck. And I was like, dang, I'm gonna be a bald-headed scallywagging. And they were like, oh, just get some weave. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. So
now, if your braids stop to the top of your head, there's no offense.
Exactly. Now, y'all love talking about people.
Y'all, no.
Y'all love talking about
Jada,
people.
those YouTubes are
no, I don't talk about people.
She loves talking about people. Oh yeah, let's see you want to break stuff on the podcast.
No, don't say that. That's
okay.
You do, y'all do it too much.
Yes, I was about to start airing it. I was about to say where you from, who he is.
See, you doing too.
Exactly.
Now you quiet.
Real quick. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Tap in.
Tap in, twin. Take a 5-second break and go subscribe.
Exactly. We got so much on our channel, y'all. We got vlogs, we got challenges, we got silent library, we got everything. So what are you doing? Go subscribe right now.
What are you doing?
Go
subscribe.
Stand on business. Go stand on business.
Stand on business,
yeah. Let's get back into the episode.
That was Zell who brought that in because I wasn't thinking about that. Anyways, can we stay on a friend topic? This is what we mean.
Yes.
Stay on topic.
I am.
So anyways, why I wanted to talk about friends was because the past few weeks, just friendship has been coming up a lot. First, I did a fast and God was telling me I needed to reevaluate my friends. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get into detail on the podcast about which friends, but there were friends that God was telling me that I needed to reevaluate and maybe not have certain people as close to me. And also, God showed me that a lot of the older friendships that I was holding on to were with people who didn't believe in God or didn't have a relationship with God. And that can definitely affect you. Even though I would typically just avoid conversations about God with those friends. I don't know. I feel like God was showing me you need to have more people around you that actually have the same belief system as you. And so, that's what started it. And then later on, I ended up having a conversation with a group of friends as well. And also a family member. And those conversations showed me dang, I'm so grateful for the conversations that I'm able to have with y'all. Things that aren't normal for other people, it's super, super normal for us. The things that we talk about, I feel like we talk about a range of different things, right? So we may talk about our business one day, or honestly all in the same day. We could talk about business, growth. We could talk about how we want to become better. We could talk about our relationship with God. We could talk about something funny that we saw. We could talk about a million different things. We could talk about creative ideas, so many different things. And so I feel like there's versatility in our friendship.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the one thing I really love about our friendship is that we support each other, So one thing I notice is if we post, we're all going to be under that post. We're all going to be there supporting. If any of us have good news, we're all going to be that's great. None of us, sometimes I can tell, if I'm spreading good news about something that happened in my life, I can tell when the energy is starting to be off. Oh, this person don't genuinely support me for real. Or this person don't really like the fact that something good just happened in my life, But I can tell with us, I can come to y'all with good news and y'all gonna be like, bro, that's dope.
For sure.
Y'all genuinely gonna be happy. And I feel like we all do that for each other,
Nah, definitely.
And for sure, definitely, I believe that we all aren't intimidated by each other's success or what we're achieving, no matter what situation or where exactly we're at in our lives. We can't always continue to root each other on. So that's what I like about the friendship, and also just the level of the frequency level of the friendship, the conversations that we have. You know, we could have some dark humor conversations, or we could have some funny conversations, or we could have, you know, very intentional and goal-driven conversations. So it's very diverse. It's very
emotional. I didn't even think about that. Like deep emotional talks as well, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And definitely conversations, even just simple things where we just hold each other accountable or call each other out on certain stuff. Like, prime example, today when I was like, we're leaving Jada hanging with like promoting and stuff. And it was like, you were just like, okay, cool. It wasn't like, oh, well, you didn't do this, or you get what I'm saying? You were just like, I agree. Like, we got to do better. Like, it's just simple as that.
Yeah. Like, none of us get offended when we call out something out of accountability, out of a side of accountability. Like, oh, like earlier I was talking to Jada about her Jael page, you know, and I was just talking about her post, you know what I'm saying? So we're all genuinely, you know, supportive and not afraid to say, yo, this area you've been kind of lacking, you know, and none of us get offended. And I'm glad that we have that safe space where we can do that.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you, I guess we can talk about, you know, our friendship all day, but people, for the people, how do they start to find people that are on the same frequency, in the same mind frame of, you know, reaching their goals and having fun and stuff like that? Because I do believe that we still have fun in our own way.
Oh, for sure.
Just we still are all focused as well on what our goals are too.
Yeah, I would say becoming the person first, because the person I used to be, y'all would not want to. Y'all probably would have, but the conversation would have been different if I wasn't who I am today. I probably wouldn't have been friends with y'all, because I would probably be like, but they talk about their goals too much. Like, I'm trying to go have fun, you know? So I feel like becoming that type of person first to attract the type of friends you want, because birds of a feather flock together. Like, it's cliche, but it's true. You know, so if you want to attract a certain level of friends and have a certain level of conversations with your friendships, you genuinely have to be that person. Because even if you try to act, it's going to show in some areas that you're not all the way that person, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
I would say being okay with like stepping into the person you want to be will allow you to attract the right people. You will have to go through a period of probably being alone for some point of time, because you're literally changing from being one type of way to going to behaving in another way, which is going to cause like some people to drop out of your life. But I just had a conversation about this recently, and the conversation was about me not showing up as my full self with like certain friendships, because like with one group of friends I may just show up as goofy Jada or something like that, even though there's so many other different sides of me. I'm only showing up as one type of Jada. And they were just like, well, if you've been like operating in that, basically she was saying like, you let your goofy side be the dominant side for so long because you didn't have people around you who like met the level of like conversation you want to have, or you know, different things like that. But if you would have just stepped into like who you really wanted to be, like that smart side of you, that deeper side of you, it was already there. But you were like pushing that side back more so to like make the people around you feel better or comfortable, or to fit in with them. And so she was like, if you would have just been okay with like showing all parts of Jada sooner, then you probably would have gotten to where you wanted to be sooner, because you would have attracted the right people sooner. And so I think I would say being okay with like being your full self, and whoever that makes uncomfortable, let that make them uncomfortable. But by you showing up as your full self and showing up as the person you want to be, you're going to attract the people that you want.
For sure. I would say detachment. And the reason I say that is because when you're detaching yourself from, you know, friends that no longer you're not trying to be in cahoots with, you would need to detach from them. You would need to detach from them in order to start going out and meeting new people and hearing different conversations. I didn't really know what a healthy friendship looks like until now, until this point. So it's like I needed to hear different things. I needed to see different reactions. Not, you know, one friend get mad and then now like, let's say you get mad yourself and then the other friend gets mad and it's like, oh, I'm not talking to that person. Now y'all beefing or stuff like that. And so I believe that, detachment from the conversations that's being had about whatever it may be that you no longer want to entertain, detaching yourself from that then allows you to open up room for you to be in that season of isolation and be in a space where you can now hear differently. Because I noticed this, that even when you're changing, when you're evolving into a new person, like you don't, some things that you listen to, some things that you've heard in the past, you may not receive it the same way that you would hear it once you detach yourself from certain things. And so I believe that it's very vital in order to really like move away from your circumstances, whether that's getting out into a new scenery. You know, if you, let's say you're in a club, let's say you're in a club and instead of going to the club every weekend, maybe you can replace that with going to a conference. Now you get to see a different vibe. You don't got to scream over loud music, or you may have to, because the conferences sometimes we
maybe
don't
a little bit.
Yeah. But there's no drinks involved probably, or, it's more goal driven or whatever it is that you may be seeking for. So detachment is the most important thing, because now it gives you room to hear and experience new things.
That's good. Yeah. You mentioned healthy friendship. I would actually love for us to talk more about that. What are the things that when y'all think of healthy like friendship, what are some of the things that y'all think of that makes this friendship a healthy friendship? And I did have a follow-up question, but it's still in my mind. It'll come back. But that was the first part, is what are some of the things about our friendship that y'all really enjoy that you think makes this a healthy friendship?
Can I answer first?
Yeah.
I'll say first the balance of work and hanging out. Yeah. So we don't always hang out all the time. Like sometimes we have our seasons where we just locked in, and also we have our seasons where bet we want to do something this week, bet we're going to do something next week,
Yeah, we do have those too.
So I like that it is a balance, because it's some friends where it's like, if y'all not hanging out all the time, y'all not talking every day, y'all are they're going to get mad at you. And then there's going to be some friends where they never want to do anything. They just want to, work all the time. But I'm thankful that our friendship is a balance of like, bet, okay, we all in our season of grinding, that's fine, lock in, like it's no beef. Or, what I'm saying, if y'all want to hang out, like we're all in the same like
friend group?
Yeah, like frequency of okay, bet, y'all want to hang out, bet, let's hang out, like we're literally gonna go hang out tomorrow, because we've all been feeling like, okay, it's time for us to hang out. We've been locked in for a little minute, so having a balance in your friendships is definitely important, of like, especially being an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur that's adulting, that's growing a business, that's trying to learn how to establish yourself, is having a balance, because you're not always going to be on one side, because when you're all the way on one side, the other side is going to be lacking. For sure. So if you're all the way grinding all the time, which if you're in that season is fine, but if you're always doing that, you're missing out on the youth part of yourself that you only get to live once. But if you're all the way over here, all you do is go to clubs and stuff, then you're missing out on building in your 20s. So it's all about balance. For sure.
I would say two things. The first thing would be like being able to express like our emotions, and also, and when I mean that, like saying like, oh, I appreciate y'all, or like I miss y'all, or like those different things. And then also just being able to, within that, it's like going into a deeper rabbit hole. But like, I don't know if this is going back to the whole accountability thing, but being able to notice the ins and outs of each other. Like, okay, like Yanni doesn't want to talk on the phone like that. And not saying that you do that anymore, but being able to read each other,
accepting each other, like for who we are. Basically. It's just like that's actually a good one.
Like I really like that, like being able to accept each other for who we are. Like if we feel a certain way about it, we'll mention it, like, all right, now you don't like being on the phone, but you're gonna be on the phone. Like at some point you gotta let it go. So we do mention those times where it's like, all right, now you pushing it. Like, but being able to accept each other and know like when we need our space, or when one of us are getting agitated or impatient, stuff like that, and just being able to read each other well.
That's really that's real.
Yeah, I like that. I really do like that too, because I do think it's cool that we are able to fully accept like each other, like for who we are. So it's like we don't place unrealistic expectations on any of us, or like expect any of us to be like something that we're not, you know? And so I think that's so cool. I don't know. It's just like truly like accepting and loving your friend for who they are. Yeah. And so I think that's really cool. I would say for me, I think the selflessness that like shows up in our friendship is like super dope. I think we really, really do care about showing up for each other and serving each other, seeing how we can help each other. Like, I think that is like just super healthy in any type of relationship. And so I'm grateful that that is like in our friendship. Like, we really do show up for each other, for real. And I've talked about this before, but I've never really experienced that for real. Like, I have good friends who do show up for me, but I don't know, it feels so different in our friendship. I feel like we're very intentional about that, and it makes me want to like show up for y'all even more, you know, because that's like, I feel like something that's like a strong value in our friendship, I feel like, which I feel like makes the relationship super healthy.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. And I like how we generally can have fun. Like, when we went to what was it, the balloon museum?
Oh yeah,
bro, that was lit. Like, like one thing I like is like when we hang out, I actually look forward to it because like we be laughing, like it be fun. And we all like, we're not afraid to bring out that childlike side of us out, because there's some friends that be like, like, you can break out of that like little bougie side for a little bit, you know, like let's have some fun.
Like, they just too cool. Like, you can't do nothing. Even
for your birthday party when we went, like we was rock climbing and stuff, you know, like it was a vibe. So.
For sure, that's dope. Definitely. I like that. So yeah, so I would say for friends, it's just very important to really discern who do you want in your life, and how do you when you go down the list of your friends, just ask, how does this person add value to my life? And it may not look as diverse as, you know, our friendship, because we have other friends where like this friend is for this, you get what I'm saying? Or this friend is made for when I want to do this. Because in other, as much as we are very alike, we also are very different too. So I can say that. So like, for example, like, I would say like me and Jada, like we listen to R&B music and stuff like that. Where like, Yanni, you're not really a fan of that, and so
I mean, I do, but I don't listen to it as much as
basically. And so like basically when we ask like going to a concert and stuff like that, like you're not really a fan of going that. So it's like we all have similarities, we all understand each other, but then we also have differences where it's like, all right, that's your thing, that's my thing. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So
like with Jada dancing and stuff, like going to dance.
I'm a dance. Anywhere we go,
and I'm gonna sit there like this. So just being able to decipher each friend and being able to see what is it that this person adds value in my life. Do they add value emotionally, physically, mentally? And when I say physically, maybe somebody like Tre'Vion, you know, when I go to the gym with him and stuff like that. So those would be like the areas that I would say, in order to be able to like make a little checklist to see, are these friends really adding value to me? You feel what I'm saying?
So,
I had a question, but you could go.
Okay, I just want to say something real quick. And when you're looking for like-minded friends, I definitely recommend, like Trey said, like he touched on it a little bit, but stepping out and going to environments where you want to meet those types of people. So if you know you want to meet more friends in the faith, friends that believe in Jesus, start going to more church events. You know what I'm saying? If your church has a little group, join the group. If your church, you know, is doing a fellowship meeting at Starbucks or something, go there. You know what I'm saying? You have to be willing to step out, because these friends are not just going to show up at your doorstep. Like the way I met Jada, I met Trey because I stepped out. I networked with somebody that connected us together. I met Jada because same thing. I met somebody that connected us together, and the way I met that person, which is David Shans, I was networking. Even my other friends that I have, like one of my sisters that I'm really close to, I met her through church. I have multiple close sisters that I have from church and even high school, like different places. But the way I met these people in my life is by stepping out, going to these environments. So yeah. And
one thing I can say, because I know this can be tricky, but you can have friends if you're an entrepreneur. You can have friends that you meet through like business and stuff. I mean, we in a sense kind of met that way. And yeah, like you could just have people, but not every person is your friend. Like some people, they may do things with an ulterior motive just to use your skill, use your craft and stuff like that. And so you just have to really be able to know, like, is this a true friend? Can I call on this person? So like you said, just getting out, seeing how people are. There's going to be friends that are there for a moment. There's going to be friends that are there for a season. There are going to be friends that are there for a lifetime. And you just got to go with the ebbs and flows of it and just like live life. You know, everybody teach you a lesson. Everybody teach you an experience.
I feel that.
Yep.
But also, I also think, I don't know, sometimes okay, so for people who say they may feel like they need a new friend group, I still feel like it may be hard to know, like, what exactly you need in a better friendship. Like, it may be hard to know, like, okay, I know maybe in a place where it's like, okay, I know I need something different, but not knowing exactly what that means or what that looks like. I feel like for me, with friendships and relationships, it took me a while of like failed friendships and relationships to finally know, oh, this is actually the type of people that I need to be around. And so I guess, what do y'all think people should do to know what are the type of friends for me? Like, I've talked to y'all before, like, it may be certain things I may realize where it's like, well, I don't think I need this type of friend. Yeah. Like, if a friend is super clingy, I don't think me and that type of friend would always work because I'm not a clingy person. Yeah. So it's like, how do you know what's the type of friend that you need specifically for like who you are, you know? Mm-hmm.
Well, first you have to know yourself to even figure that out.
That's a good point.
You got to know what don't you like, what do you like. You got to know those things. You got to know, I know that I'm an introvert, so sometimes I do need my space. Like, I do need to just like disappear for a moment.
I agree.
So first thing is knowing yourself, and I would say the next thing is just being able to be honest with people and see how they react to things. You got to communicate. You got to let people know. And I'm constantly trying to work on communication because it's like my biggest downfall. But I would say definitely just being able to let people know things up front, let people know how you feel. If you don't like something, being able to express that and see if there's a change. You can't just go around cutting people off just because you feel away and you didn't address it. Not saying that everybody needs to be addressed, but if this is somebody that you really care about, that you really want in your life, that you really want around you, you got to be able to let them know, like, I didn't like this, or this, can we do this way differently? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, can we operate in this way and not the way that we have been? You get what I'm saying? So it's all about communicating.
That's real. And also I'll say, look at their character consistencies. So if you know you want a friend that's going to show up for you, that is honest, that has integrity, that's fun, look at their character consistencies. Are they integral in all areas, or do they only do certain things with you, you know, when it's just y'all, but in public they start acting funny? You know, like, look and see if there's a consistency in each area of my life. So I know with y'all have character consistency. So I know the same way y'all are when it's just us, the same way y'all are going to be if there's conflict. Or if there's this happening, or if we're in this setting, I don't have to worry about, oh, they're going to try to, like, you know, get over on me, or, oh, they're going to, you know, if a conflict, we got to make sure there's no conflict. If there's conflict, I know that there's character consistency. I don't have to worry about that because I know we're going to get through it.
That part.
So I would say, look for strong character and also look for specific character traits that you want in your friend. So like you said, knowing how you are, knowing yourself. Because I know for me, I like to laugh. So I know I want a friend that's going to make me laugh.
That part.
Or, you know what I'm saying? I know that I want people in my life that's going to respect my boundaries. So if I say I don't like this, I'm not listening to that type of music, I'm not going here. If this friend is trying to get me to step out of that boundary, you're cut. Because why are you trying to make me step out of my boundary? You know, that's something I know about myself. So now I'm going to look at that in my friend as well.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Are you able to add like one more thing? Because I'm trying to see for somebody who really don't know themselves yet, what are some things that they could look at? So like, what's something else that you know about yourself that like you would want to see?
So like my boundaries, like I said, communication. So wait, can you ask the question one more time?
So like, what do you know about yourself that you want in a friend to?
Okay, yeah. So I like to laugh. So I want a friend that's going to make me laugh. I want a friend that's going to respect my hustle. So I want a friend that I can have high level conversations. We shouldn't always be talking about what's going on Instagram and TikTok. Like I don't want to always have those type of conversations. I want to have conversations about my goals. So that's something I look for in my friend. Can I talk about goals with this friend? Can I talk about, you know, aesthetics? Like I like having aesthetic. I like to dress fly. Can I talk about being fly with my friend? You know what I'm saying? I like talking about these types of things. So I look for that in my friends, and all of my friends have those character traits.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. That's good.
I could add on to that too. I feel like, okay. I like knowing that I can feel comfortable around my friends. So like, do I feel comfortable to be myself? I also think like support is important as well. Yeah. So you mentioned earlier, like when I tell you good news, how do you react? Do you act weird or do you act like a little funny or whatever? I also care about feeling like I know I can talk to you, and also knowing that like we equally care about how each other is doing. I absolutely dislike like I guess one-sided friendships where it feels like, oh well, I check up on you but you don't really check up on how I'm doing. And so I like that we actually do care about how each other's doing, even though I know we have our moments where we could be going through it and we still would just not say nothing. But I still know regardless, y'all really do care, and vice versa about like, okay, what's going on? Am I okay? And things like that. So I feel like stuff like that is important. And also just like understanding that like we have an understanding of like, okay, we be busy. Like that is like the most important thing too. It's like we don't really be expecting to get a lot of each other's time. Like you need to be there like all the time with 24/7. I really like that we respect that each other is busy.
I agree. And also I like how there's grace given in area.
Jada just did the and that she did in the beginning.
See, and if you listen to audio, y'all gotta go check it out on YouTube because y'all gotta see.
And make sure y'all, are listening to all of the stuff on YouTube, audio, all that stuff. Yeah, Instagram.
Real quick though, I wanted to say,
you supposed to keep going.
I'm trying, bruh, Jada, you literally did this.
She said,
"Oh, I remember." Grace given, right? I respect that there's grace given to each other when in our weak areas. So we know one of us gonna be late. We know that, but we don't we really don't get mad. Like we may joke around about it, maybe get a little irritated, but it's never like mad. Like
it's never like never again. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, me and Trey was messed up the 2 times for content.
Yeah, you did call us out.
We were like, all right, like an hour late, bro.
But even then, like I wasn't like OD mad. You know what I'm saying?
You just mentioned it like, come on, y'all.
Yeah, like please, please,
right? So yeah. Grace given. They gotta be grace.
I would say for me, the biggest thing is loyalty. And when I say that, I mean like if we locked in, we locked in. You don't gotta question who like if somebody says something about you, or like if I'm like a very overprotective person. So it's like, for me, like loyalty is the biggest thing. Like all you gotta do is just be loyal. That's it. Like you don't cross me. Don't do nothing spiteful. Don't do nothing sneaky. Don't try to be funny acting when we get around different people. Be the same person that you are through and through when I met you. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So that's the biggest thing for me. Short term thing, or I would say like it's it's minor. Definitely gotta be fly. Definitely gotta know how to dress. Because if I have on something bad, I want you to be able to tell me. Because if you can't dress, how you gonna tell me something?
You know what I'm saying? The best thing is having a fly friend group.
No, for real.
Like, we know if we step, we all gonna step.
And we all got our unique styles. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, we all got our unique styles. So definitely, it got to be a friend that could step. Somebody who's like very intuitive with their emotions and like, you know, understand themselves as well and are not closed into their one way of thinking. So you have to be open-minded friend with me. You can't be the person that's the party pooper. Why did I say it so proper?
Party pooper. The party pooper.
Why did I say that so proper? I said party pooper.
Don't be a party pooper.
Yo, I told you them accents are getting to me because I be doing so many different accents that I just be playing and it comes out on accident. Oh, that's embarrassing. You can't be like the party pooper or the closed-minded friend.
Party pooper. Okay.
Ooh, you can't be the closed-minded friend. You have to be open and, you know, excel. I really get disgusted when people are just, I try to give you some ideas or something like that, or you try to give me some ideas or tell me like what I can't and can't do. Like you try to put a cap on where I can go in life, or I try to give you some ideas and it's just, oh no, this is not gonna work because this and that. It's like, be open-minded. Know that you, as long as you got breath in your lungs, you can do anything in this world. And that's not a false reality, but you really can once you apply yourself. Like anybody can make whatever decisions that they want in life and get to where they're trying to get to. So I would really like open-minded friends. I like loyal people. I like people that's funny, that understand my humor, that understands that, you know, I'm gonna be goofy, I'm gonna be loud sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be outspoken at times, and also knowing that I'm sometimes gonna be introverted, I'm sometimes gonna be laid back. And so Jada is a prime example of a friend that understands that with me being like shy sometimes or introverted, she'll speak out sometimes and be like for example, we went to InvestFest and I wanted to get a public interview with Safari. At this point, I don't even know why I did it because I don't do public interviews. But I wanted to get a public interview with Safari, and he was just like blowing it off. And I was like, bro, never mind. And Jada went up to him and tapped him on his shoulder. It was like, my friend needs this interview. Are you able to do it? And so like stuff like that, like, you know, some friends who are outspoken as well and know when to do it. And I feel like we all do that because we all have our moments where we get shy. But yeah, definitely just people that's real, that's just loyal and genuine and down to earth. That's what I love.
That's
that
real.
part.
People wanted to be our friends taking notes like that'd be crazy.
Oh, that would.
I'll say one last thing. I do like that we're not prideful and
oh yes,
we are good listeners. So it's never like a situation where any of us act like a know-it-all. Like say one of us is giving someone like advice or some type of wisdom, and we don't just be like, I know that already. I know, or whatever.
It's just asking questions, like go deeper.
Yeah, like we really listen to each other. Like when one of us is like giving game to the other, we really listen. And so I like that this is a friendship where we're all learning from each other. Yeah. And so that would be like my last thing to add.
Yeah, it's kind of not kind of. It is like we're student and teachers to each other. Like we're, you know, whoever is the most skilled in whatever it is, you know, we just get the game from.
Even as we're learning things, like as we're learning things separately, we bring it back to each other. Yeah. And so it's like, oh, okay, like now, like I'm hearing your perspective on whatever you're learning in life right now. So I think that's like really cool that we're always willing to listen to each other.
Yeah. For sure. So yeah, that was a good episode. I hope y'all found something very insightful in this episode, and you know, just something that you could take away in order to start building friendships that are divined and in alignment with you. So yeah,
party pooper.
Comment that.
Yeah, comment party pooper.
Party pooper.
That was hilarious.
Bro, that came out different. I said party pooper.
Because it was just you were being serious and then it just happened.
Because I mean, like, Everybody already knows. I just be doing them different accents and they just come out sometimes.
Oh, that's funny.
Let people know where they can find GP. That was awkward just now. Whatever that was. You just coughed and
I was looking at my phone, so it created a silence. But
yeah.
All right, y'all.
Yes, make sure you guys follow us. Growing Painz Pod, Instagram and TikTok.
Yes.
And comment down below Party Pooper.
Party Pooper.
Party Pooper.
And Cash App.
Oh yeah, our Cash App is at Growing.
Well, you gotta explain to them why you can't just throw the money out there.
Huh?
Why are they sending the Cash App?
To support the podcast.
Yeah, if you want to support the podcast, you want to see this show to continue going on, then send us a Cash App. Why are you shooting me in the head?
Hurry up. Just keep going.
Our Cash App is Cash App. I mean, it's $ Growing.
Now she get nervous. Girls start tripping over her.
She said our Cash App is
Growing Painz $.
Okay, but for real, y'all, we are going through a ton of transitions. So
yeah.
Well, we're gonna talk about the transitions in a different episode.
Yeah.
But let them know your personals.
Yes. Follow me, Yanni Bratcher. I'm thinking about dropping a ebook. It's either gonna be a finding your purpose ebook or a Christian owning a Christian clothing brand ebook. So definitely go tap in my Instagram or TikTok, Yanni Bratcher, if you guys want to get that. You know, it's going to be very insightful. But y'all can support me, Yanni Bratcher, and then my Christian streetwear brand, Wise Label, the best Christian streetwear brand out here.
Yeah. Let's get it. So y'all can follow me at Tre'Vion, where you'll see a bunch of dope creative pictures, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And you can follow Royalty Made It. You could get your graphics. You could get a video edit. All that stuff. Dope content.
Yeah.
Make it a habit to get you a graphic. Let's get it.
And y'all can follow me at Jada. I am Jada Ellis and at Jael Official on Instagram.
Alrighty.
All right. We out, y'all. Let's get it.
Bye, y'all.